Hi, I'm Michael Peck, your Fly DIY guy. Today's project, we're going to make a farmhouse table. First step is we're going to take a couple 4x4s and we're going to cut them 32 inches. Then from there, we're going to measure over an inch, and then we're going to cut each side on a 40-degree angle. And it should look something like this. And I just did this with a circular saw. So once you have the boards cut, they should look something like this. Now this is going to be the top of our leg, and this is going to be the bottom of our leg. And to add a little more depth, we're going to add a trim piece, which is just a 1x4 on top of this, about 24.5 inches long. Once you have your 1x4 cut, then I'm just going to attach it to the bottom or the top, and then it's time to make our vertical pieces for our legs, which is going to be made out of 2x4 that are 20 inches long. For the vertical part of our legs, we're just going to cut a 2x4 into 3 20-inch sections. And the middle section, we're going to cut a 5.5 gap out of the middle. And that is going to be a support beam that goes all the way across the middle of our table to make sure it's nice and secure. So the reason for the 5.5-inch gap in the middle with the middle board is so that our support beam can slide right into it just like that. For the side support of our legs, we're going to cut a 2x4 on two 45-degree angles, and our long side is going to be 11 inches. Now we're going to cut 4 pieces of this. So it's going to go on both sides, top and bottom. And it's going to really keep our structure really secure. Now once you attach everything, your legs should look something like this. Now all you have to do is follow those same steps all over again to make the other leg. Now that both our legs are made, I'm going to take wood filler and I'm going to fill in each screw hole so that it's nice and smooth and we can stain everything and paint everything really nice. Now that you have all your holes and your cracks filled, we're going to take our center beam and we're going to cut it down to 6 foot long. Next, we're going to take a 2x2, cut it at 30 inches, 45-degree angle on each side. And this is going to connect our tabletop to our legs. Now to make our tabletop, we're going to take 1x4 and we're going to cut it into 2 30-inch sections. Then we're going to take these sections, move them in 3 feet from the end, and then we're going to screw them into each one of our boards, at least 2 screws in each board so that they're nice and secure. So you can see the bottom of our table when it's finished. So our 2x2, our 2 pieces that we cut 30 inches and a 45, they're going to be a foot in. And then our 4x1 is going to be 3 feet in. And that's what it should look like when you're finished. Now that your farmhouse table is built, all you have to do now is stain or paint. Now since I want this to look like a old farmhouse table from like 100 years ago, I'm going to first stain the wood before I whitewash it. So that way, if I do anything to beat it up or sand it, it's not going to look like brand new wood, it's going to look old. After everything's painted white, I'm going to take a sanding block and I'm going to take it to the edges and I'm going to take it to the ends of the table because that's where the wood would wear if it was old. I'm also going to take a little bit off the top just so you can expose the gray and a little bit of the wood grain, but mostly the edges and the ends of each. And once you sand everything down, your farmhouse table is done. I'll see you next time on Fly DIY Guy.